Hello everyone, Marches here and welcome to the channel. And today I will be comparing the all-new Adapt BB in this black colorway, and I'll be comparing it with the very first version in this Back to the Future colorway or Air Mags colorway. So let's find out which one is better for you. Let's go. And before we start with the comparison between these two, I would just like to remind you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Click that subscribe button down there and the notification bell for my newest video uploads. Alright, of course, let us start off first with the uppers of both sneakers. Of course, the version 1 features knit upper. Some parts of the upper doesn't look too supportive and durable, but don't worry if you play with them, it doesn't feel that way. And comparing the upper of the version 2, the upper of the version 2 features ballistic mesh, which is similar to the Kyrie 6. And with this upper, durability wise, you can never go wrong. It looks very durable on first hand, but let's wait and see as I play with them more if it's gonna stay that way. But on hand right now, if you want a more textile or fabric feel, of course the version 1 is for you. But if you want a more sturdier, more edgy look to the sneaker, the upper of the version 2 will give you that. It really gives you that stealth look on the sneaker, which the Adapt BB is trying to go to, because it's giving you a more futuristic vibe to the sneaker, and it is working on this. And comparing it hand in hand, this one looks more futuristic. This one looks classier, especially on this Air Mags colorway, but still looks futuristic, but not as futuristic as this. Especially the swoosh, the oversized swoosh, as you can see, is kind of pixelized, which is a dope design for me, which I really like. And with this one, the first version has this very big swoosh on the lateral part, which is still okay, but not as futuristic as the ones in the twos. It really depends on your aesthetic preference. If you want really a more edgy look to the sneaker, a more edgy futuristic look, of course, the Adapt BB version 2 will give you that. But the Adapt BB 1 will give you a more minimalist look on the sneaker. And as for support, here is one of the main upgrades of the version 2. The support on the version 2 is far more better compared to the ones, because on the ones, there's just some certain spots that I feel that's really hugging my foot. But with the twos, they really adjusted the space and the coverage of the support, of the strings, of the laces, of the flywire, whatever you call that. They adjusted the spacing of it, which covers a wider area from the forefoot to your ankle part. And I especially like the lacing part that they added here around your ankle area, pulling your foot back to the heel so that you will feel very locked down and supported all throughout the sneaker. But with the version 1, it's not that bad, but comparing it to the support that the version 2 is giving to you, it's far more better compared to the ones. And as for heel lockdown, heel containment, and ankle protection, of course, this is a low. This is kind of a mid to high. I would give it more to the version 2 because I can feel my foot more locked down to the version 2 compared to the version 1. And of course, ankle protection is better on the 2 because it's a mid-high cut sneaker. This is one thing that I like about the version 1 better than the version 2 is the heel, because of the weight on how huge the heel of the version 2 is. Although it really looks nice, it really looks very futuristic, but I just wish that they cut off the material a little bit thinner and maybe change it up to a carbon fiber to make it lighter, because you can really feel the weight at the back of the sneaker and it really gives you extra weight on the sneaker. That's what I like about the heel part of the version 1, even though the design, I like the design on the twos better. This is way more lighter. On hand, you can really feel the weight of the back part, like really leaning towards the back of the sneaker. But does that affect performance? We'll get into that later on. And as for lateral support and durability, I would give it more to the version 2 because of this huge TPU on the lateral part that really goes up and contains you laterally. And of course, the cushion still goes up and it cradles your foot in your footbed. Also in the medial part, it also does that. And plus the shroud really helps when you're tightening up the laces. It really pulls your foot down to the footbed. And of course, this oversized TPU heel plate, which gives you excellent heel containment and lockdown. And it is really thick, and I think it's really durable. While the version 1, the cushion goes up on the lateral part and also on the medial part, so giving you the exact same feeling laterally and medially. It's really locking it down to the footbed, but not as gnarly as the feeling that you'll be getting on the version 2. When I first wore it, I really felt it hugging my foot, so I have to adjust it a bit more to loosen it up a bit so that my foot won't get choked. And after that, I have to find my sweet spot on the sneaker so that blood flow will still be there on my foot, and after that it becomes okay. And now moving on to the cushion setup of both sneakers, another upgrade on the version 2 because of the Zoom Turbo that you can find in the forefoot of the version 2. Plus, it still uses this amazing Cushlon that they use on the version 1. And as per Cushlon, I would say they're pretty much equal. Another main difference that I felt is the court feel. Version 2 is way closer to the ground compared to the version 1, although responsiveness on both sneakers are very nice. But if you want a more closer court feel, of course, go with the version 2. And in terms of impact protection around the heel, I would say both have very nice compression on the heel. But I would say there's more compression on the version 2 because it is more exposed compared to the plate that's covering the version 1 more. And as you can see, there's more compression marks on the version 2 that shows you that it really compresses when you're playing. So as for heel compression, I would say slight advantage on the version 2. And now moving on to the traction of both sneakers. The version 1's traction, I had the black colorway and this one, no problems at all. And it is made out of a very hard rubber material, which is very good. And the spiral pattern really covers the entire sneaker, and traction is really nice on this. I was really impressed on the Adapt BB's traction, especially on the black one that I first wore in a very dusty court. It was really gripping the floor, and I think it's the rubber compound too that's helping, which is really nice. And the version 2, I tried it yesterday and I was slipping on some parts of the sneaker, especially this pad or in this forefoot area. Some areas I was slipping, and right now I can see some fraying of the rubber compound right now. So I just noticed this right now comparing it with the version 1. I've used this a couple of times already and still no fraying of the rubber whatsoever on the version 1. But on the version 2, just wore it yesterday and there is a bit of fraying already. So rubber compound, I would say advantage on the version 1. And like I said, there were some parts that I was slipping, so I hope it will get better over time. I would try to play with this tomorrow and the following day and see if the traction improves, and I will update you guys on that. But so far now, I would give the traction to the version 1, which has a thicker rubber or harder rubber and a very nice bite to the floor, even if it was dusty. And as for the sizing of both sneakers, go true to your size. If you have the version 1, go get the same size on the version 2. And the weight, this is another difference, major difference on this sneaker. This I just weighed, it was 500 grams, which is already heavy. But this one is a whopping 600 grams. So it's really heavy, and comparing it, holding it side by side, you can really feel the weight of the back part, and on the midfoot part, the bottom midfoot, you can really feel it comparing it to the version 1. When I was playing with it, surprisingly, I didn't feel the weight that much because of the nice support and fit that I had with this version 2. I really like the fit. If the traction was really amazing on the first try, I would have no complaints whatsoever on the weight. And I really think that the fit and the cushion, the responsiveness of the cushion really helped out for me not to feel the weight that much on the version 2. So that's it on my verdict right now, but if you're holding it hand to hand, you can really feel the weight on the version 2. And I just grabbed my LeBron 16 and I held it side by side. That felt really light beside this one. So that goes to show how heavy this is, but if you're playing with it, if you don't mind the weight, I personally don't mind the weight, especially if the fit and responsiveness is really nice on the sneaker. So I just hope that the traction will improve over time, and I will give you an update on that as soon as I can. Maybe I'll do another video tomorrow about the update on the traction on the version 2. So the price is $300, $350, I think, yeah, $350 on the version 1, and this one is $400. $50 difference, or 2,500 pesos difference, is a huge amount of money. You get extra zoom turbo, extra heel plate, and for me the look is an upgrade from the version 1. And as for the availability of the version 2, this is currently sold out right now. It was been raffled off for you to buy it, but right now it's sold out. So maybe wait for the upcoming colorways of this. Ja Morant were the red ones in the All-Star game. Maybe it will come out soon, and maybe a couple of our other colorways are coming out with this. Better stay locked in the Instagram account of Swoosh Park, Titan, etc. for updates for the releases of the other colorways of the version 2. So that's about it for me today for the comparison between the version 1 and the version 2 of the Nike Adapt BB. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you again for watching this video. This is Marches. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.